You know what, Fasha? I have a plan to catch this oolong. Hey guys, DB right here, and today I am back with What If Fasha Was the Last Saiyan? A story that we got to tell where Lord Frieza was a lot more successful in destroying the Saiyan race in this reality, having wiped out Bardock along with the rest of his crew, with the exception of Fasha, of course. And Raditz and Vegeta not ignoring Frieza's callback order. It led to the entire Saiyan race, with the exception of Fasha being blown away with the planet. So, no Prince Vegeta, no Nappa, no Raditz, no Goku the Kakarot, Warden, and no Gine, of course, no Bardock, no nothing, except for Fasha. And, well, basically, I know some people weren't exactly happy with how I sort of made that happen, especially when I sort of combined elements from both the Bardock TV special and the Dragon Ball minus manga, but since they're both, to me, well, either way, they're both source material, therefore I could use it. The whole thing is to ask, what if? Anyway. So with that, Fasha has been set quite on a different path, as the sole surviving Saiyan. Now, Fasha almost being cut from the same cloth as Raditz in a way, a bit more smarter and a bit more cautious than most other Saiyans. Fasha didn't charge ahead to try challenge Frieza at her current power level of 2000. She would have died for sure. She knew it. Everyone else knew it. She knew it. Frieza would have known it. Whatever. So she kept out of sight until she ended up crash landing on Yardrat and essentially received training from them. And because there was no time limit or anything like that, she spent quite a few years down there and learning everything. And well, because of that, she actually has increased her power level quite significantly. Like, she's up around the past 1 million. She actually could challenge Frieza now. She hasn't hit Super Saiyan yet. She hasn't learned how to transform into a Super Saiyan yet, but she could basically stand up to Final Form Frieza until Frieza, starts using 20% to 50% of his max. So, with that, Fasha's sort of been looking for somewhere where she could sort of lay low, continue her training until such time she is actually strong enough to oppose Emperor Frieza himself. And well, this actually does end up with her going to planet Earth and kindly being taken in by Grandpa Gohan. Now, thanks to all her time spending with the Yard Rats, a lot of her hostility Saiyan nature has pretty much gone. She's quite enlightened now. She really got into the meditation thing and increasing her power that way, sort of thing. So she's a lot less violent than what she used to be. Not that, prior to Planet Vegeta's destruction. So, filling Gohan in with what exactly happened to her homeworld and everything. Well, Grandpa Gohan basically just says she can stay there for as long as she wants. And well, we know what old guys in anime are like. But mind you, he's nothing like Roshi. Just a couple of awkward moments here and there. I will leave that to your imagination, guys. Well, moving on, time went on until the eventual arrival of Bulma at Mount Paozu. And the whole adventure between Bulma and Fasha began, and yeah, much like with Goku joining her, is a bit of a rocky start, and especially trying to teach Fasha about girls' makeup and fashion trends and things like that, which was pretty hilarious. And you can just picture, Fasha getting all the makeup wrong, looking like a scary, crazed clown or something. Oh yes, good times. And well, where we last left off was right up to where Oolong comes into the picture. And well, after hearing the villagers about what Oolong's been doing, kidnapping the villagers' little girls, of course, as we know, he's no real threat or anything, but of course, the villagers didn't know that. Him using pure intimidation thanks to his transformation ability to scare the villagers into giving up their little girls. I'm pretty sure technically that is still kidnapping. Anyways, but Bulma has a plan to capture Oolong and forces Fasha to dress up, and she fully dolls her up and everything, makes her put on something lovely. You wouldn't think it was the same girl. Well, except for the Saiyan, short hair and the tail sticking out. But that was about it. It was like a complete makeover. And, well, Oolong took a liking to Fasha instead of, is it Coco Wampa? I can't remember the little girl's name he was supposed to be taking. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Anyways, not long after that, Fasha springs the trap on Oolong trying to get away like he does, only to be caught by Fasha, instantly, before he could even blink. And, well, just like in the original, Oolong's forced to give the girls back, return the real estate property he had acquired, and, well, was forced to join Fasha and Bulma along for the ride. And, well, if Oolong thought Bulma was scary enough on her own, Fasha was a lot worse. She was a lot like Blonde Launch in a way. You do anything, Oolong, it's gonna be pork chops for dinner, you got me? Okay. But of course, Oolong being Oolong, keeps trying to escape from them constantly, especially finding out they're on their way to Fire Mountain. And, well, the whole thing between the desert bandit Yamcha and Fasha, well, there was a bit of a fight between them, and Fasha was seriously holding back her energy. After all, she had learnt to pick up sensing energy from both the Yard Radiants. So yeah, Grandpa Gohan didn't actually teach her to sense energy in this reality. The Yard Radiants taught her all those tricks. And, well, because of that, she can tell instantly Yamcha's no real threat to her or anything, so she decided to really hold back her power and play around a little bit, and once she got bored, she just basically laid him out no problem while Bulma was taking a nap. Mind you, Yamcha couldn't really fight her anyway, because Yamcha has a weakness for good-looking girls. And, well, so come to think of it, Fasha would have stood him still in his tracks. And, well, if he can only manage to get himself away from them to steal the Dragon Balls from the pig later, which ultimately, yeah, he doesn't really go for it. He doesn't really go for it this time because, well, it's not just one girl he's got to try and get rid of so he can sneak around and grab the Dragon Ball. He's got two of them to deal with. And, well, the good thing with Fasha being knocked out, I suppose really the same thing would have happened, Oolong drugging them with that sleep drink. So really, I suppose the same thing would have happened. Would have just saw Fasha from behind and just kept moving slowly, and then only to be intercepted by Bulma in the bedroom and running for it. So yeah, I suppose really there's not much difference there. And really the whole Pilaf saga, everything will go on pretty much right up until we get right up to Pilaf's castle at the end of the saga. So we got, with that, Shu wouldn't even be able to steal the Dragon Balls from Yamcha, Yamcha, Bulma. Not to mention you got Pua there, who's, like I said, she's in the power level 1 million somewhere. So, yeah, that robot was pretty much scrappy, and Shu was just lucky enough he didn't get himself killed along with his robot mecha suit thing. And with that, Bulma basically insists that Bulma and Yamcha pretty much wait there, and Oolong and Puar, of course, while Fasha just has the feeling any further would just be putting the others in danger. You know, if they're using technology, mecha suits, things are going to get a little bit dangerous. So, Fasha, taking the Dragon Raider from Bulma, pretty much flies pretty much straight into Pilaf's castle, and does a complete one-person assault on the entire palace. Yeah, forget Goku's Grade 8 form trashing the palace, we're getting it early. And pretty much, Fasha pretty much did trash the palace, as Pilaf and his henchmen were trying to stop her, and you know, they can't touch her at all, they can't do anything about her. Ultimately, the palace is blown up, Pilaf and Sho are sent flying away like Team Rocket, and the 7th Dragon Ball is at hand. And well, when the Dragon Ball is when the Dragon Balls are brought together, the dragon is of course summoned. Now, who actually gets the wish? Well, Bulma and Yamcha, just like in the original, have since formed, you know, a very close bond with each other. So they're sort of, they've sort of, Yamcha's sort of gotten over his shyness towards women. Oh well, I suppose that's going to happen when you got, 2 of them there. Anyway, he was quick in the end to get over it, and he and Bulma realize they like each other, and well, Fasha's just sort of, you know, like having the Dragon Balls. Are they going to bother with the wish? And well, Fasha actually figured that perhaps she would actually use this time to maybe try and resurrect her people. Of course, we know that can't happen. It's an unacceptable wish. She can't resurrect all the Saiyans that were killed by Frieza, because they've been dead for over a year. A one-on-one wishing back one Saiyan would work. There's no time limit if it's one-on-one, otherwise you wouldn't have the resurrection of Frieza arc. He was dead nearly a decade. But ultimately, not the point. As Fasha is finally deciding on a wish, Oolong quickly steps in and well, he basically wishes for the same thing he does before. And well, no one was happy for Oolong for doing this. After all, he wasn't saving the world this time, it was already done. And well, Fasha said, "What did I say would happen?" And well, Fasha is chasing Oolong around, firing ki blasts at him, trying to roast his bacon good. Well, with that, ultimately, everyone decides to go back to the city. Well, including Fasha. I mean, Fasha's not a little kid, and it's not like she really needs Grandpa Gohan's or Roshi's training at this point. So, there's absolutely no reason why she can't go to West City with Bulma and Yamcha and Oolong and, see more of the world. After all, she's had such fun with them so far, so why wouldn't she? And, you got Capsule Corp, there's plenty of room for her to stay and everything like that. And, well, I think... No, we're not going to quite leave it there. And, well, with the whole thing about Saiyans and all that being explained, there's no surprise when there's, a full moon, but Fasha simply just doesn't look at it. After all, in Tora's world, Fasha is a typical ape when she goes from that transformation. And, well, Fasha's sort of adapting a little bit to life on Earth. And, well, it would seem, at least for the time being, she is almost forgotten about Frieza and avenging her race. She has, but she hasn't. She's just sort of getting used to this nice life that maybe she should just... It's just sort of in a subconscious more than her thinking, I gotta get Frieza, all the time. And, well, with that, she would constantly, spar with Yamcha, and, well, this is where she truly begins to see the potential that, Earth warriors have. Because, even though Yamcha is going to have quite a bit of work, catching up to Fasha's level of power, it's, he's still getting stronger when he spars with her nonetheless. Not as fast as, Saiyans when they spar with each other, but still, there's a certain potential there. And after witnessing what Yamcha can do firsthand in their adventures, she knows Yamcha definitely has potential. And Bulma, she's actually joining in with the training too. And more or less, just trying to explore the sort of science behind Ki and how it works. Is there a way she can use it for her inventions and things like that? And in order for her to understand it is to experience it firsthand. So training certainly wasn't a bad idea there. And well, this is where things sort of line up for the World Martial Arts Tournament. And the years went by, and basically as we head into the World Martial Arts Tournament, we still got Roshi and Krillin. Yes, Krillin still manages to become a pupil of Roshi. Without Goku there, pretty much Krillin showing up with the dirty magazines was enough to get Master Roshi to take him in as a student. And, well, even though there were times during training, especially with Krillin training alone, not having Goku there to motivate him, there were times where Krillin sort of felt like he wanted to quit. This is too hard for me. I knew rumor had it that Roshi's training was tough, but this is insane. However, Roshi being Roshi would not give up on his student and made sure that Krillin actually got his training down. And because it's one-on-one training, you could probably imagine that Krillin actually benefits a lot more than when he was training with Goku. If that makes sense. So there's a chance that Krillin is actually a bit stronger in this part of the timeline, And the same would go for Yamcha, who's been having sparring sessions with Fasha every day. And Bulma is becoming quite formidable too. She can fly, she can throw ki blasts, and well, she has sort of more or less begun working on a sort of battle suit for herself. And yes, I will admit I'm sort of borrowing that from Moscow X's, because, you know, Bulma's a tinkerer. There's no reason why she wouldn't build herself a battle suit capable of enhancing her her ki abilities that she's picked up with training with Fasha and Yamcha. So it would just make sense. And well, you've got the tournament. Now, Fasha doesn't actually compete in the tournament. Gotta remember, she's got a power level of 1,000,000. It's kind of not fair. She's like guaranteed to win. And she's by far the strongest being on the planet. So, you've got Yamcha, Bulma, Krillin, Jackie Chun, the disguised Roshi, and, well, everyone else who enters the tournament. And, well, you can pretty much imagine who gets through the tournament. Pretty much, you've got the match orders are Yamcha and Jackie Chun, like in the original. Krillin and Bacterian. Who am I forgetting? Forgetting some. It's Bulma, Jackie Chun. Bulma against Giron. That's right. Bulma against Giron. Ranfan and Nam, same as normal. And well, with Yamcha's increased strength and power thanks to Fasha, Roshi did have a little bit more of a harder time with beating Yamcha than he did in the original. However, Yamcha is is a skilled martial arts master. In the end, he still managed to beat Yamcha, but the battle could have gone pretty much either way. If Roshi had have made like a serious mistake, Yamcha could have just as easily have won. And then we had Krillin versus Bacterian, ended the same way. If anything, Krillin catching on that he can't actually smell Bacterian a bit sooner. And Nam and Ranfan went the same way. And well, as for Bulma against Giron, well, Giron didn't stand a chance. And well, even throwing her in the merry-go-round, Bulma was able to break it like that and essentially sent the monster packing. And she actually beat him smoother than Goku did. Then we headed into the semi-finals. Krillin against Jackie Chun. Jackie Chun also getting the win over Krillin, and Bulma was able to defeat Nam as well. And well, then we've got the battle between Bulma and Jackie Chun, and well, it was a pretty intense matchup, but ultimately Jackie Chun won the tournament relatively easier than the time he had with Goku, mostly because, as we know, Jackie Chun used up all his energy destroying the moon during the Goku Great Ape incident in the original. That doesn't happen here, but Fasha's got her sunnies on, so she's not going to go ape as well. And well, Roshi versus Bulma. And well, Roshi being, I don't know, for some, the battle itself, you could imagine, had both its ups and downs for both characters. You know, Roshi being taken in by Bulma's looks. Forget the fight, how about I just and Bulma enjoying pounding the geezer. And well, Jackie Chun then, you know, taking it more seriously. But in the end, Jackie Chun win, making Bulma give up when Jackie Chun uses the lightning surprise attack. And with Bulma giving up, she realizes, okay, she's got to do more work to this suit. See if she can make it able to resist attacks like that one. And, well, with that, everyone's sort of becoming good friends during the events of the tournament. Krillin befriending Yamcha and Bulma, and Roshi, you know, offering to teach them what he knows. And well, I think, for right now at least, that's where we're gonna leave things. And well, now that the Dragon Balls are now active, Fasha is thinking about collecting them again and seeing if she can do anything about her dead race. And, well, this will be where the Red Ribbon Army begins to make their appearance. And I think that's where we're going to leave things for right now. So what do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy this? I hope so. It actually took quite a bit of thought to come up with this scenario and how we were going to make it different, and also keeping true to the characters, and how Fasha could still make friends much in a similar fashion to as Goku did. Anyway, all this and more next time, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you guys again next time. Catch you later.